The locker room was supposed to be her safe haven to gossip with her friends and shower and change. When I asked the YMCA management what their policy was regarding transgenders, they confirmed that the man that I saw was indeed allowed to shower wherever he pleased. As long as you are not a red flag on Megan's Law, the California Sex Offender Registry, a grown male can shower alongside a teenage girl at your YMCA location here in Santee. I was made to feel as though I had done something wrong when I talked to people at the YMCA.
What's good, YouTube? This is KB LaFleur. You can call me KB. Welcome back to another video, man. We got something to talk about today. We got something to talk about, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all for too long. I'm gonna try to do this very, very quickly because I got somewhere I gotta be. Let's go ahead and set the ground and set the perimeter here, right? So, what would a man do or an adult do that would consider them to be a perv? What can an adult do to be considered someone, man, who like little kids and all this stuff, right? What do they have to do to be considered that? Well, let's go ahead and throw some out there. Well, will we say a guy that's talking to little girls, will we say that's bad? Will we say that's perv? Yes. Will we say a man who likes to look at little girls go to playgrounds? If you see a man on a playground and he's looking at little girls, would y'all say that's the P word? A man who likes to touch little kids, will we call that a perv, right? Okay. Well, what about a man who's naked in front of a kid, a stranger, right? A man that's naked in front of a kid, a kid that he doesn't know anything about. Would y'all consider that to be perv? Would y'all consider that man to be a perv? Right? Being naked around a kid. Yes, we would consider that to be a perv. So we're now living in a time where you have this is a liberal country, people. Understand, this is a liberal country. We are living in a time where, and this has been going on for years, where they will allow trans men, men who turn women and claim to be women, can now go into these bathrooms. Go into women bathrooms just because they simply say that they're a woman, right? And we have always talked about this. What was the biggest issue? Well, the biggest issue is, well, if any man, right, if you can sit up here and say that you're a woman, you can go into the bathroom with women. My girlfriend or my wife becomes a risk, because any man can sit up here and say that he's a woman and be around a bunch of women, right? Any man can say he's a woman and be around some kids. Those were the issues about the bathroom policy. So now we are seeing some of the issues. We are seeing some of the issues that people are experiencing. We are seeing some of the problems and issues that we have addressed years ago as to why we don't want different sexes being in different bathrooms, being in a bathroom they choose to be a part of. So you have this lady right here who was saying, hey man, look, I was in a bathroom. You have a man, mind you, I'm 17 years of age, so she's underage, right? I'm in the bathroom. I see a man that's naked. He got his genitalia out. I go over here, go say something to people. But because we're living in such a liberal time, we're living in a liberal country, instead of them sitting over here saying, well, you know what, let's fix that, right? Let's make it more comfortable, more safe for you women. They sit over here and pretty much try to demonize her and make her seem like she's in the wrong. So let's go ahead and see what they're talking about.
My name is Rebecca Phillips, and I'm 17 years old. I am not a resident of Santee, but I am employed at a local restaurant, the Omelet Factory, and I work out regularly at the Santee YMCA. Just 2 weeks ago, after finishing my shift at my job, I went to the gym to swim laps. As I was showering after my workout, I saw a naked male in the women's locker room. I immediately went back into the shower, terrified, and hid behind their flimsy excuse for a curtain until he was gone. I ran into a bathroom stall to change as quickly as I could, organizing my thoughts to share with the people at the front desk. As I did so, I could only think of my 5-year-old sister, who I bring to this gym during the summer to enjoy their water slides. This is the YMCA, where hundreds of children spend their summer afternoons in childcare camps. This is the YMCA where my little sister took gymnastics lessons. The locker room was supposed to be her safe haven to gossip with her friends and shower and change. When I asked the YMCA management what their policy was regarding transgenders, they confirmed that the man that I saw was indeed allowed to shower wherever he pleased. As long as you are not a red flag on Megan's Law, the California Sex Offender Registry, a grown male can shower alongside a teenage girl at your YMCA location here in Santee. I was made to feel as though I had done something wrong when I talked to people at the YMCA. Somehow, the indecent exposure of a male to a female minor was an inconvenience to them. When my dad spoke to the sheriff's office, they told him that he should never allow me to shower there ever again. The YMCA wouldn't let my father speak to the manager of the Santee branch. After waiting several days, he finally received a call from Terry Moss, who is the director of membership for San Diego County. She informed my dad that I was not in any danger at the time of the incident, that I was safe. But I ask you this, I'm assuming all of you either have a wife, a sister, daughters, or granddaughters, or are a woman yourself. Could you knowingly send an underage girl into a room where there was a naked male and say that she was not in danger, that she was safe, or more importantly, that this was right? The fact that we are now tailoring our privacy policies and bathroom laws around transgenders, ignoring the blatant threat to safety that this poses, is obscene. The safety of children, girls, is on the chopping block. And this issue is not unique to one political party. Both Democrats and Republicans whom I have shared this story with have all been equally disgusted. So I implore you all to take action. With great privilege comes great responsibility. Whether it's requiring transgenders to use the single-stall family restrooms or making them use the bathroom which aligns with their biological...
So y'all see the video, right? And y'all see how she's saying, listen, I'm sitting over here taking a shower. I'm 17 years of age. And you have a grown man who have his genitalia out, sitting next to me taking a shower. He's seeing me naked. This is a man that's seeing me naked, not a woman, but a man that's seeing me naked, who claims to be a woman, right? And she goes to address that. She's saying, man, listen, this bathroom is for women, right? This bathroom is for women. Now you're just allowing men to come in there. And this is where people say, hey, well, you know what? She is 100% woman because she feels like a woman. She thinks like a woman. She dresses like a woman. Now I know she's not a woman, but hey, guess what, right? A lot of liberals in America will tell you just because this person say that they're a female, they will sit up here and say that's 100% a woman. Now they're sitting up here saying, you know, now you got Facebook and Instagram who bans. At first they banned women being able to show their breast. Now they done lifted that ban, but only for trans and people who are non-binary. So you mean to tell me that this ban only protects people with fake boobs, but it don't protect people with real boobs? So like that's my biggest question. If this ban protects those people, why wouldn't it protect women who actually have real boobs? Why wouldn't it protect them? Right? It makes no sense. So this is where feminists should be able to come in. Feminists should be able to come in because this is discriminatory against women. This right here is discriminatory against women. Why? Because we have women who done sat up here who lived a whole full life of being a freaking woman. And you mean to tell me they still can't show their boobs when you have some women that are trying to fight to be able to do that, right? But they can't even do that because they're real women. But you have people who claim to be women. Mind y'all, these people claim to be women. These people are the people that a lot of your people say these are real women, right? A man can sit up here and say, well, you know what? I'm a woman. And so many people will come up here and say, this is a real woman. Trans women are real women. Hey, listen, if that's how you feel, right? But where do we draw the line? Where do we draw the line with this stuff? Where do we draw the line with this stuff? There's not like, here's the thing, man. If you want to be trans, if you like who you like, right? If you want to be trans, that's what you want to do, then do that. But it becomes an issue once it starts affecting people. It becomes an issue once it starts affecting real people, actual people who who actually have to deal with this stuff being banned because you got real titties, so you can't even show it. So if a woman go up here and go on Instagram or go on Facebook and show her breasts, she will get her platform taken away from her. But you have a man who goes out here, go on the damn plastic surgery table, get something sold into his chest. Now, hey, well, you know what? Because you consider trans, you can do that. And somebody brought up something good. They said that, well, you know what? If, women can't show their breasts, right? You have a lot of women who claims to be non-binary. They can just simply claim to be non-binary. So now a lot of your people, a lot of your women are about to sit up here and call themselves non-binary because they're fighting to sit over here and show their breasts. They're fighting for sexual promiscuity. They're fighting for sexual liberation. They're fighting to be able to show their breasts and all this stuff. So now the only way they can be able to show their breasts is if they sit up here and say, well, you know what? Hey, I'm non-binary, which means means you're gay. Let's just be real. It means you're gay. So now you're going to have a bunch of women sitting over here saying that they're gay. What are we pushing out here to the world? What are we pushing to America? What are we pushing to kids? Right? So now the biggest issue now is because I thought they left this shit back in 2016, 2015, but apparently not. So now you have men being able to sit up here and say, well, I'm a man, and they can go into the bathroom with little girls. They can go into the bathroom with other women. Right. But I thought that if a man messes with a woman, if a man even looks at a girl that's underage, he's automatically a creep. But then turn around and sit up here and say, well, you know what? It's okay if this man sits up here and say he's a girl, though, and he wants to go into the bathroom with other women. But we're not going to say we're not going to call that a creep. We're not going to say that's creepish. We're not going to sit up here and say, well, there's no issue with that. You don't see nothing wrong with that. Let's look how liberal America is, right? We're just gonna read two of these comments. We're gonna read two of these comments. Sense is not common anymore. People don't use common sense anymore. And this is a prime example. This chick says, yeah, no, trans women are women. He might have the physical parts of a male, but his mind and soul are 1,000% female. So now we're just going off of mind and soul instead of what the person actually is. Somebody else says, as she should. She should not be subjected to such things without consent, and especially the opposite sex genitalia. People are letting this trans stuff get out of hand. That's true. Somebody says trans women have the right to use the female change room. And this is ridiculous, right? And this is what's programmed into society. This is what a lot of people have to go through. Men and women have to deal with stuff like this. They have to sit over here and put extra precautions on their daughters because, once again, right, the same women that complain about how men are in this world, that there's men that are creeps and this and that, are the same ones that are pushing men to be able to jump into bathrooms with these little girls and just sit there and throw a wig and say I'm a female. It makes absolutely no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Now we have to, now for a lot of us men, we have to sit over here and use a lot of precautions, man. We have to sit over here and constantly be watching our kids, constantly watch our women, because we have men now, once again, society has gotten so bad, we are allowing men to go into women's bathroom, right? And we know there's creeps in this world, but guess what, right? We can sit over here and say there's creeps, but then we can just allow them to be in girls' bathrooms, right? Now all they got to do is just simply sit up here and say, well, I'm a female. Right, this dude is on a graping spree, and all he has to do is say I'm a female. Now he can jump into the bathroom. But guess what? Women can't say nothing now because what? Well, we're this is a liberal state, so if they choose to go to the bathroom, they can do that. And this is my biggest question: where are the feminists at? Feminists can sit up here and down every single man because the Senate or whoever the hell decided to sit up here and say, well, you know what? Abortion will be illegal. Abortion will be illegal. Women didn't take that up with the government. They took that up with all the men, right? And they said, well, men's rights need to start getting stripped down, right? But then you have the LGBTQ, right? You have a flat out discrimination. You putting little girls in jeopardy. Feminists talk shit about men all damn day, right? Men this, men that, men making little girls this, little girls that. But now, once again, these are the same people that are allowing this shit to happen, right? And you got the ban. Where the feminists at? Where the women at? Y'all not sitting over here getting on the LGBTQ or getting on these people about some of these rules that they are making against women. Nobody's saying anything, but we're so quick to jump on men's neck. We're so quick to jump on men's neck for no reason. Right. So that's my issue about this stuff, man. And she makes a very valid point, man. She's 17 years of age. She's 17 years of age, sitting over here trying to take a shower, and you got a man with a dick next to her. Right. But once again, we're just going to overlook that. And we're just going to sit over here and say, well, that's part of life now. Can't do that, man. But y'all do me a huge favor, man. Leave me a like, leave me a comment, leave me a subscribe.